Steve.
Betsy.
We are here at Insight, Entre Insight seminar.
Yes.
And it is a self-development, 3-day intensive self-development boot camp, I would call it.
Yeah,
I
like that. Yeah. It's not like rah, let's do some push-ups and stuff, but I feel like mental push-ups, I guess it would be.
Yeah, emotional.
Yeah, absolutely. Because even a lot of the students even today were saying like, I am so drained. And that's really what it is, because it's like really working those muscles that you've never worked before, like in the gym or something. But it's the brain, because you don't work those parts of your brain, because that's where our limiting beliefs, that's where our habits, and that's where all those things live. And then we continue to operate out of that, but we don't get the results that we want.
Right. And we're going to places that are uncomfortable for us.
Absolutely.
Right?
Who wants to go there?
That's what's causing so much energy expenditure.
Right.
Because it's not something we're comfortable with.
Right.
And that's why we're stuck in our life, is because we're constantly going to some place that's comfortable.
Absolutely. And then that's our familiar, that's our normal.
Right.
Just like our whole talk on mediocrity, just whatever that looks like for us. We have to challenge that, because down deep, that's not what you want in life. This isn't the best, right?
But even outwardly, you say you want more.
Oh, absolutely.
But yet you keep going back.
Right. Well, a lot of times it's because why? You can look at that. You can say from the physical, we could sit there and say, "Wow, I want to get in shape. I want to get better." But then you really look at what it takes to do that, like the diet and the exercise and those kind of things. And it's not just like everybody wants, and me included. I don't know about you. We all want the quick fix, right?
Yeah.
We want to push the microwave and have our food this quick. We want to go and get that diet pill or whatever that is. It's going to give us those results quick, because we don't want to do the work.
Yeah. Right.
Now, where else in your life do you apply that? In relationships and work and whatever. And we have to practice. Remember that I talked about the P word, patience. Who likes that?
Not me.
I don't either.
It's a terrible thing. That's a swear word. Getting back real quick to this weekend, 3 days intense workshop. And it was funny because, like you said, I'm coming across students this morning that look like they're drained.
Gosh, they are drained.
And it reminded me of when you would review a movie, and it was, I laughed, I cried, right? Because you will laugh, you will cry, you will dance, you will cheer, you will be angry, and you'll start that whole cycle over again. And it is such a great way to get in touch with yourself.
Right.
And to figure out where you're at and to find out things. The number of students that keep saying, I'm finding out things about myself I never even knew, or I never even took the time to recognize.
Right.
And if only I had done this sooner, if only I had done this sooner. I mean, that's the big thing.
Absolutely. And from a personal perspective, my first insight I came to, it was recommended and everything. So I'm going, yeah, okay, I'll go. But I've been to continuing educations for my license, for the past 20 years, and most of them are boring. It's like, oh my gosh. So I was already thinking like, hey, I'm in the mountains here. If it gets boring, I'm going to go to the mountains and hike. I already had it all planned out, because these things are all boring. But I tell you what, it was the first time in my life where I got to be Steve, not the counselor, not taking care of everybody. I got to be taken care of for the first time. All of a sudden, I'm opening this stuff up. I thought I had my together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's like, no, Steve, here's that. I'm going, holy moly,
Yeah.
So here was a place I got to be there for me.
Right. And so it starts out, and everybody's, well, as expected, a little bit of trepidation coming into it, right? So everybody's a little closed off. You have some people that are a little bit more open to it, and those are usually the ones that kind of get the ball rolling, right? But it's such an intimidation-free zone and a judgment-free zone that you are allowed to be who you are, who you truly are. You can be vulnerable. You can cry. You can get angry. And nobody is judging you for it.
Right.
They're helping you through it.
Right.
And, the meeting, for the staff members in the beginning was love-based leadership, right?
Yeah.
So whoever walks through that door, however their attitude is, whatever they come with,
right,
we're ready to accept them, right?
Absolutely. And I can go back to my first revelation of my first insight, because I'm sitting here listening to this stuff and it's very bold. Okay. Well, I'm sitting here going, holy moly, this is exactly how I counsel. That's why I said I lined up so much with Jeff Lerner's vision about what Entre's about. See, it was about that self-discovery because, yeah, we help with the business side of it, but that's one part of it, right?
Yep.
If you don't have yourself in line, your business is going to suffer.
Your relationship.
Exactly where I was going to go, right? But that's what I found here too. It's like, holy moly, here's the thing, just kind of like my counseling practice when people come in and say, wow, Steve, we've gotten more out of 1 or 2 sessions than 3 or 4 years of therapy over here. Well, I'm getting experiences firsthand as a therapist, but doing this for me, going, wow, in 3 days, I got bing, bing, bing taken care of.
Right. Well, I was explaining it to one of my friends and I said, it is like 3 years of talk therapy in 3 days.
Easy.
And maybe even more, right? I mean,
yes, absolutely. And I got to share this story. I was just talking to a gal this morning from one of the exercises they did yesterday. And she goes, wow, Steve, I am learning so much about myself that I've shut off, the limiting beliefs and all those kind of things. And I'm listening to her, and she went back to like the 4th grade when it started. Okay, now in therapy, that could take you years to get to with traditional therapy of, hey, we'll meet once a week, da-da-da. Here it was 2 days.
Right.
Okay, so I'm sitting here talking with her in 15 minutes. I was able to take what she was talking about, put it together, put a purpose in it, and help her to establish a plan, not only with her business, but how she's going to help take this new version of herself and help her kids and her grandkids. You see, the trauma that's held her back all these years is now her purpose. And it's now a gift that she can give the next generation.
Yeah, which is
15 minutes. Yeah. That's all it took.
Yeah.
Because she did the work over here, which lines up with my practice, which lines up with no BS with BS. Because that's what we're trying to do here, folks. We want to have that same kind of space, right?
Yeah, where
we can do this.
Right.
It doesn't have to take a long time.
Right. It's a safe space. It's a community.
Yes.
And it's no bullshit.
Yes.
Let's just get right down to it. Let's, because we're not charging anyone by the hour. We have no reason to keep people coming back week after week, right? We want to get down to it. And here's the thing, we talk about the work, right? And it's going to be hard work and you're going to have to keep doing the work, right? It's not like you go to 1 3-day seminar and you're fixed forever and you're good, right? But the work that you'll do will save you work in the long run.
Absolutely.
How exhausting is it to be in a bad relationship with another person, to be in a bad relationship with yourself, to be struggling with your career?
Yes.
It is exhausting.
Yes.
And especially when you can't figure out why you can't move forward.
Exactly. Well, and then you take it to my level of therapy, or what I call the mental leg of the chair.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where people come in with depression, anxiety, and all these diagnoses because they've been living this cycle for so long. But if you look at our name of our, no bullshit, no BS with BS, right? Well, isn't that what this is about too?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Oh yeah, it's absolutely aligns with us. And
exactly.
And that's why, I know this sounds like we're doing an infomercial for and for 1995.
Yes, we're getting paid. No, we aren't.
Yeah, no, we do not get paid for this. But here's the thing, is that it's so cool to watch it. And I want to tell everybody, I sit and make lists in my head of the people that I want to come here because there's so many people that I know that could benefit from this. And I'm not saying that I know people that are so screwed up, I need to send them to a 3-day seminar. I'm not saying that at all. We all are operating at a good level.
Yes.
But are we operating at a great level?
Right.
And could we be better? I think everybody could be better, but especially, those people that are struggling with something, right? They're constantly hitting the wall on something, right? Mm-hmm. Whether you say like it's depressive states or being stuck in like not even a bad relationship, okay? Stuck in a bad relationship, or stuck in a mediocre relationship, or stuck in a frustrating relationship, right? Or stuck in a job that they don't want to be in. But how do I move on? How do I know what my gifts are? How do I know what my purpose is? How do I go past that, right? So it's really just so exciting for us to do it. That's why we want to talk about it.
Exactly.
It's like when you get a new product and it makes your face Well, I think that, let's be honest, I think the Zoom is making us look pretty good right now. Took all the wrinkles out. But yeah, like if you get a really good product, you want to tell everybody about it. And that's kind of what this is. So this is not an infomercial. I promise this is not an infomercial.
Just to piggyback off there, the one thing I'll say this in relationships, personal development, work, whatever, ask yourself this: if we're not growing, you're dying, right?
Yeah.
And that's just it. I mean, relationships can be great. People go, oh, we've been married all 20 years and everything, and that's great. But are you really growing? I think anything. I love that saying. If you're not growing, you're dying.
Yeah. And
eventually, it's just it'll start weighing on anything.
Yeah, I want to bring something up because I've seen it a lot here this weekend, where you see people who look like they're holding back, right? That and I know people that are like that, it's like you just want to shake them and say, it's okay, just be you, let it out, right? What's the jumping up and down thing? I'm excited. I'm excited. And it's like you want to get those people to do that. But as the weekend goes on, those people, it's like pieces of that shell, that hard shell, are cracking off, and you see them erupting into who they are underneath, and they're not holding back anymore.
Right.
And you see a lightness in them. Yeah. You see this just relief.
Like, you'll see the click. Yeah, it's like a light switch. You get to the point, and they'll be up there, they'll share, they'll sit there and go, okay, no more of this crap, I'm done with it. And you see that total.
And who is it serving when they do that? When they find that what I want to say, the liberty to be who they are, right? To really express themselves the way they want to express themselves, and to not be restrained anymore.
Absolutely.
It's serving them.
Yes.
But it's really serving the people around them. And it's not fair. It is not fair to hold that back from your loved ones and the people around you, because that's what you should be giving them. You should be giving them 100% of you. You shouldn't be giving them what you think you should be giving them, or what you think society tells you should give them. Stop playing that role that you told you were supposed to play, and be yourself.
You know how many clients I piss off when I talk about that? I'll look at them and say,
you piss me off every day, but I'm
cut. No.
So yeah.
Okay, we're gonna believe what I'm saying. Yeah. But I think I did say this to you, but not to you, but to what we talked about. But I will say, stop being selfish. And people don't, I mean, that's like, but you think about that, they hide behind that mask, but it's that subconscious that's put all those protections and stuff up that's turned them into this. And no, I'm happy. I really am. See my smile. I'm going, let's turn you around. Let's take that mask off. What do you really feel? And that's what you're saying there is, once they open up, they realize that, holy moly, I've been hiding behind this mask for so long, which robs my true authentic self to my wife or my husband or my kids or job or whatever. And that's where if we could really own that, stop being selfish.
Do you know who really hates it when you tell them to stop being selfish?
Uh-oh.
The victims.
Victims. Yeah. Absolutely.
People who love to play the victim.
The martyrs.
Yeah. It's everybody else's fault that I'm stuck in my life. It was my upbringing. It was my, it's the people in my job. It's not. You have choices.
Absolutely. You
have choices. And maybe one of those choices should be that you should be true to yourself. You should be authentic, and you should start living that life.
And I was challenged folks when they say should, that's actually an expectation. Right. But I love what you're saying there. I should be, but you're putting the expectation back on you, not on them. So that is awesome.
Yeah.
See, I'm nice to her. I'm nice to her.
He is nice to me.
Oh, was she gonna get me? Did you guys see that?
Yeah. So anyway, so that's what we want to talk about. We're going to talk about so much more stuff. We probably got to get back in there.
We do.
We kind of took a little break from the. I'm supposed to be running microphones and tissues and things like that, but
they're
good for it.
We wanted to come talk to you guys real quick and just give you a feedback, some of what we're at, where we're going, and we'll have another one coming up here.
We haven't set the date yet. We have to do that. We will do that today.
Well, I meant another one here at the event.
Yes. Yeah, we'll do another one here at the event. But then we will set a date for our regular interactive podcast.
I just want to clarify one thing here. We cannot talk about the mechanics of this program Okay, we're just going to kind of give you the bits and the pieces of how to get here, but we cannot tell you. So if you claim, hey, tell me more about this, we can. But here's the whole thing: is if you would know ahead of time what you're going to expect, it's going to draw from your experience, and we're not going to do that. We just want to say, hey, here is another tool that you can use. Okay, in your journey, become the best version of yourself, and it's both a tool that Betsy and I have used. So I guess you can call us tools. Anyway, but I just wanted to put that in there too, that we will not share any of the mechanics of the 3 days, because that's a gift to you. We
Right.
wouldn't want to take from that.
And I want to add, so when I signed up for this, I don't know how I got roped into it, to be honest. You know, self-development seminars weren't my thing. I would go to conferences for other things, and like one night, you know, they would bring in the rah-rah, you know, motivational speaker, and you know, I'd be like, okay, well, it was fun for, you know, the hour that he was here, but it really didn't help me any, right? So, and I thought, what am I getting myself into? I remember being on the airplane on the way here. We're in Denver, by the way.
Yes.
And thinking to myself, this is crazy. What if I can't stand the people that are in this seminar? Well, I'm gonna be stuck with these people for 2 days. And you have to understand the days, it's not short days. I mean, they're pretty long days. So I'm gonna be spending a lot of time with these people, and this could be completely miserable. It could be a complete waste of my time. So I didn't even come into this with a good attitude. I literally.
See, there's something else. I never knew that.
Yeah.
What'd you hear me say at the very beginning? When this gets boring at 1 o'clock, I'm headed to the mountain. I'm heading hiking. I'll be in the mountains hiking.
Right.
So I was already overlooking all of this stuff.
Yep.
I was looking at the fun I was going to have in the mountains. I did not know that. That's cool.
And yeah, and it was so funny because when it started, I will never forget it, and I can't give details of anything that happens or any of the students or anything like that. But from my experience, it started with a younger man standing up and saying, "I'm standing up to come out of my shell, to like," and it was the most moving thing. And I remember right off the bat, I was hooked into the experience.
Wow,
And I thought to myself, oh my God, I've been here, you know, 5 minutes and I'm already tearing up, right?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And it was so amazing. And for people that know me, I am not like this woo-woo.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Self-help.
Oh no, no,
yeah.
me, no.
Yeah. And
No
so,
BS.
so,
No BS.
so this was a huge leap of faith for me, and I'm back, you know, so I'm supporting it. I'm promoting it. I want people to do it. So yeah. And don't worry, it's not a cult, and I didn't drink Kool-Aid. No. Kool-Aid's bad for you.
All sugar.
Yeah, don't drink the Kool-Aid.
No.
Yeah,
No.
just don't drink it. Anyway, we were so glad to spend this time with you again, and we will be back soon.
Yes.
See you guys later.